What's that button for? I don't know. What's that button for? I don't know. Take a look. Take a look. Mix that mud up too while you at it. Mix that mud up. Mix that motherfucking mud up. Look at that. Los Angeles. They got a football team now. But for about 2 years now, Foley, you late. You sleep. Rams season over? Hell nah, man. You know the season don't end like that. As soon as you thought it ended, it started. They doing off season shit right now. Oh.
Hey, you at the house?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going, to the store to get my grandma something real quick. Brooks let me use her car to go and bring you some food and stuff. I cooked some stuff for you last night, and, I got some other stuff that you can cook and whatever, but, so,
Where you going to the store?
yeah, I gotta go and pick up, like, using my food stamp card, my grandma asked me to, give her some rice cakes. So, I'm going, and then I gotta stop at Niecy's house and get, because I just left work.
Oh,
So,
we
I'm gonna stop. Huh?
we need bread, cheese, and lunch meat.
Okay. Yeah, I still gotta go to the store. I mean, I bought a few things last night before when me and Ashley went to Walmart. And I bought you some white beans, cans of white beans, red beans. I got sausage. I got hamburger helper that I made for you last night. And then they still got ground meat left, like a pound of ground meat. So I'll put that in the freezer. And I'm gonna bring that for you too. I got you some pizza rolls. And today I was gonna get you some, like, probably some milk and some cereal and sandwich meat and all that other stuff. Yeah. And I got you a whole can of blueberry muffins. Like a whole bunch of fucking blueberry muffins. I got you enough, like, I'm getting enough stuff to last for, like, maybe not even another week, because when her son comes back, he's going to need his room back. But it's been so much easier for me instead of waking up stupid early and then catching a bus. So,
Yeah.
So it's working out good like that. And then and then this girl that I work with, her name's Angelina. She's actually to be her roommate because she's already got a 3-bedroom trailer, and it's her and her 2 kids, and her sister just moved out. Her sister and her girlfriend just moved out. So, and I was like, do you have anything on your record? She's like, no. I was like, so if I did move in, would you mind, like, she knows that I'm trying to get my kid back. And she was like, yes, we most definitely can get your kid back. Like, she wouldn't mind going and do a background check and, like, letting the people go to her house and shit. So I was like, I'm seriously considering moving in with her, because that's the only way that I'm going to be able to get Noodle back, and we got to go to court at the end of this month for him. So,
Yeah.
But, yeah, thank God Brooke let me use the sponsors. That way, because I got work in the morning, and I would have had to lose out on hours if I would have went and slept over there, because I was planning on going to sleep over there with you tonight, but I would be losing hours and stuff at work when I could just get up 30 minutes early and ride the bus to work. So I was like, I'm sure you'll understand, so. But I did make sure that I can get your food, and you have food. You're gonna have to cook some of it now, okay? So, but it's meals that you can cook and save. Like, I cooked a whole box of hamburger
No, get a small bag of sugar and
Or
some
what?
get a small bag of sugar.
Sugar. Okay, sugar. You need more rice too, huh?
No, I got a box. I need probably more beans or something to eat with the rice.
I got two cans, two big cans of each of them. Plus I got um two packs of sausage with it.
Uh,
Well, shoot, I might as well get everything over here. Well, let me go get a bite. I'm at the marketplace right by Broadmoor. Because I gotta stop at Macy's right behind here.
get some hazelnut cream or something.
Hazelnut.
Yes, some kind of cream that tastes good.
Okay. I'll give you that. Oh, bro, this was all cockeyed. Alright, here we go. There you go. Little bag of sugar right here. And my sinuses is acting up really bad. Okay, I'm gonna get you some drinks. You want Dr. Thunder? Or root beer?
Yeah, Dr. Thunder and root beer, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, where is it? Okay.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Okay. You want milk and cereal, huh?
Yeah, might as well. Do I need something for breakfast?
Or do you want me to get some egg stuff? I can either get you milk and cereal, or I can get you a half a thing of eggs, which is only 85 cents. Yeah, I'm gonna get you the eggs and the what's it called?
Need milk and cereal too. I need something for breakfast that's fast at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, I was getting you those egg things.
The egg thing's got to be cooked. How's that gonna last longer than milk and cereal would last?
Okay, I'll get the milk and cereal. to get my good luck. Where the shit were they the last time? No, it has to be down here. Okay, I see. It's so busy right now. What kind of cereal do you want? Do you know there's a new Sour Patch Kid cereal?
I guess like
$4.
Captain Crunch, a Captain Crunch kind or something. I don't want none, some.
Huh?
Like a Captain Crunch kind, the one with the.
The Captain Crunch?
Well, yeah, the generic one. It looks like Captain Crunch.
Okay, yeah. It's right here. You want the one with marshmallows or no marshmallows?
Yeah, the marshmallows.
Marshmallows. And sandwich big. Let me share the thing with me. The fuck? Oh, I see now. No, wait, no, alive. What the fuck? Must be over here. Cheese, okay. Where's the other food? Okay, here we are. Cheese. Okay, cheese. Sandwich. Honey turkey breast, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Huh?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Want some bananas or anything? No? Yeah. Alright. So, okay, I'm gonna get my grandma's blow pops and this. That's it. Oh, and bread. Oh, I hope this is not more than $50. Oh, it's just cherry. I have a regular blow pop. Candy. Oh, got it. Right here. Man, my nose is running and it's No pause. Okay, I found him. I'm glad, and then I'm good. All right. Well, I'm gonna be on my way out there. Go to my grandma real quick. Okay.
All right.
I gotta stop and get the cooked food.
All right.
Okay. See you. Bye.
Yeah. Told you not the motherfucking phone. Told you not to fucking answer that shit. Fucking told you. The fucking commissary. Fucking write that shit down. What the fuck? Yeah. Shit about to die. Anyway. Yeah, I mean. Yeah. Yum. Yeah. 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 Let's start it over. So we could talk about football instead of candy. Yeah. Press that red button. Nah, it's not Philadelphia, it's Chicago. Mitch Trubisky in divisional round of the NFL playoffs, though. Later today, the New Orleans Saints will be at home in the Dome. But old Teddy got to try to carry this team on his shoulders because Drew Brees went down. But about 3 weeks back, he's got 2 more weeks before he can take the field again. This timing would set Drew Brees' return exactly in time to play the Super Bowl. He got hurt before the playoffs started. Wild card week came and went. Now it's the divisional. Bam. He'll need another week. Conference. Bam. Drew Brees could return and actually play in the Super Bowl. But the crazy part about it is, the only way the New Orleans Saints will get in there is if they can win with Teddy Bridgewater at the helm. You know, it's almost like you're not playing the New Orleans Saints. Because Drew Brees is the New Orleans Saints. But Teddy was behind him almost all year. Almost all year. Good things had to happen from it. Rub off on him. The defense. Not the best. Not the worst. looking out, relatively injury-free. He's been underwhelming. Nothing transpired from that. They got Eli Apple now, Bell, former Philadelphia Eagle, Super Bowl champion. They got PJ Lattimore, Davenport, Sheldon Rankins, J.O. Davis has been great. Second strings. They got, look at the record. They got a squad. They got a team. They got chemistry. They got one of the best coaches, play callers in the league. Don't mean they won't go out there and lose this game to Chicago in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, kicking it off about like 8:15 p.m. Probably a little bit earlier than that. We'll see, though, because the game prior to that will be the Baker Mayfield game. So the Saints have been eyeing the Super Bowl for a while now. They're having one of the most special seasons of their entire history. Remember, keep talking about the 2009 Saints. Now it's 2019. They're not very similar, but they have similarities. Still have Drew Brees. They lost against the same teams this year that they lost against that year. And they won the Super Bowl that year, and this is a year that they definitely, whether they do or not, most certainly can do it. And a lot of people are saying should do it. They're better than Jacksonville. They're better than Green Bay. They're better than Los Angeles Chargers. The Rams, that's a game that got to be played. If Goff comes out there and does his thing, the Rams have a better defense. The Rams have just as good as an offense. The Rams just don't have Drew Brees. They don't need Drew Brees. They can win with their guy if their guy does his job. Washington not better than New Orleans. And then you have New England. Is New England better than New Orleans? I don't know. I want to say New Orleans is better, but it's a game that would have to be played. You say Tom Brady versus Drew Brees this, Drew Brees versus Tom Brady that. It'll probably come down to some fumble. It'll come down to a possession. It could come down to a turnover. It could come down, you could have a starting safety get hurt, and it could come down to a second or third string safeties play. That's why these games have to be played. Looking ahead, because everybody's trying to stay calm. 32 owners, a lot of people's ready for the draft. I mean, some teams not involved. They'll catch it on the news feed and then scroll through. Looking forward to other things that are more relevant to them. These are the teams that are still relevant in our league. Big game, big season for Aaron Rodgers. You look back at careers collectively, they're all special. They're all big because you're only getting so many of them. So to have the ones where you have a chance and you have a shot, you never know when you're never going to get that back. Then this game's going to be in Lambeau. The Rams are the favorite, even though they had the lesser talented quarterback. They had the superior team. Green Bay upsets them. It's crazy to see Green Bay as an underdog when they're in the Lambeau Field. Green Bay should never be seen as a team that can't win when they're at home. Ever, never, ever. So don't be surprised. The winner of this game could have big ramifications on who actually makes it to the Super Bowl. Chargers and the Patriots. Chargers coming in as the underdog. But New England. Tom Brady, this season, you got a shot. Don't know where you're going to be next year. All these other teams are getting ready and prepping for next year. These 8 teams right here are focusing in, lasering in on right now. So they can stay relevant to the next moment right now. So they can be relevant come late January, February. You know, it's crazy how fast the postseason goes by. You know, the wild card, you play an extra game, but you win it. For example, next thing you know, a team like New Orleans, New England, just got to win 2 games in a row, bro, when they go into the Super Bowl. After all of these things, that these 2 games going to take more out of you than it felt like all the whole season combined. You played that whole season. That's how it is now. And of course, nobody wants to talk about Jacksonville because they're not supposed to be here. Nobody's taking them serious because they're not supposed to be here. But they can beat the Browns. After what the Browns did in the wild card week, don't matter that Jacksonville's at home. A lot of people think Baker Mayfield's going to go in there in his 19th game of his rookie season and get the W. Because let's be serious. Let's be clear. Let's be real. The Cleveland Browns have a hell of a fucking football team. It's the development time it takes Baker Mayfield to get even better. He's getting better from week to week. He's learning things from week to week. Don't mean he's going to go out this week, make a few mistakes. Don't mean he's moving backwards. Just means, he may not. He seems to be an exceptional caliber player. And he can lead this team from the front. They have enough pieces everywhere else, to compete on any given Sunday against any team in the NFL. They're not intimidated by Jacksonville or their record, or their roster, or their home field over there in Florida at all. So Jacksonville's going to have to punch them in the mouth early and quick. Put a thought in their head that, hey, you got to get through us. And you're not gonna. So close but so far. You're gonna remember us. It's gonna be a good game, man. And then we'll have to kick off with Chicago and New Orleans. I know Philly this and Philly that, but it's simulation. They didn't make it. It's going to be a good matchup as well. Because a lot of people aren't so quick to say New Orleans is going to win it. Because they're home, because they have a better team. Teddy Bridgewater Not to take nothing away from them. It's just different. Chicago has a way better shot than they would normally have if Drew Brees was behind the center. Because Bridgewater, he's got to get back to where he was. He's not as familiar with the playbook as Drew Brees is. His chemistry with the team is not where it would be if he would have been the starting quarterback with the team all year. They're playing catch up right here. They're trying to do this shit on the fly now. After Brees went down, 2 weeks before the play? 2 weeks before the playoff started? A week before? I think it was a game against Carolina. Let's see right here. When Drew Brees went down with that injury. Signed in. We should be signed in. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that. Saying we're not signed in right now. Anyway. See you guys out there on the field. Later on in the day, Baker Mayfield. Then we'll leave from there for later on in the night. Head on over to New Orleans. It was Pittsburgh. We're looking at it right there. Week 16 against Pittsburgh. That's when Drew Brees took a shot, a sack. He didn't get back up. He's rehabilitating himself right now. And even if the New Orleans Saints make it to the Super Bowl, Brees comes into play. I think the man would need at least a game to get the rust off of, being injured. He's not going to be, he could be 100% as far as his health goes. But he's not going to be 100% as far as being 100% ready as he would have been had he had not been sidelined for 5 weeks. It's going to be rust from being sidelined for 5 weeks. Not only that, his age. So he will not be 100% in that Super Bowl game if they make it to that game. We know that no matter how well Bridgewater does from now to then, Brees is going to be in that game and he's going to play it. At the same time, on a different token, Brees won't be 100%. He will not be. He might be 100% as far as his health-wise. As far as he might. I'm not saying he's going to be playing injured with a nagging injury, which he could be doing that at top of what I'm saying. So they had it all in their hand, and then now the adversity has struck this team late in the year in an unforeseen way. You know what I mean, it's the most, not typical way, but it's probably the way, should not catch you by surprise at any time you're thinking you could lose your quarterback. But to go the whole year and lose Drew right before the postseason, man, they're not going to get another year like this. This is, whether or not they do, they got to focus on this year, and this year, it will not repeat itself. So to have it happen, when it happened, how it happened, it's devastating for the whole organization, for every fan, every staff member, for the whole entire city. But everybody's putting their faith in Bridgewater. One reason is they have no other choice. They won't get to see the beauty of Breeze bringing this team, playing in another Super Bowl with this team if Teddy can't do it. And then there's those who believe in Teddy anyway. There's those who say Teddy was going to be the quarterback when Breeze leaves till the next one's found. Who knows? Who effing knows? But to get to that hill, you gotta cross. You gotta go over this one first. You know. Breeze is gonna have to watch from the sideline. Not able to do nothing but support with his spirit and encourage with his words. He won't be able to physically go out there on that field and do what he wants to do to ensure his team gets the victory. And it's tough. As tough as it is for everybody else, it's that much tougher for Breeze to have to watch this happen. To know he may never have this shot again. And to have to watch and wait to see if he'll get a shot in the Super Bowl. The only way it happens is with the help of someone else. I think it'll make it that much more magical and it'll make it that much more special if it can in fact happen. I mean, think of Bridgewater's strengths. He can scramble. He can scramble. It's not the worst quarterback ever to have. But Drew Brees is the leader of this team. He's the guy. He's done it already. He got him here. Their record, even with the one tie. Brees is responsible for this team win, lose, or draw. Now Bridgewater got to come in and be the general. Be the captain. Brees has got to let him do what he can from the side. See what happens later on in that. Do have the advantage of being in New Orleans instead of flying out to Chicago. See what difference it makes.